we know that about over 16 million people graduate out of pass out of 12th standard every year in India. And a lot of these pursue a course after which they end up in either low growth career paths or end up do not getting placed. So this is sort of the target market that we are trying to that we are targeting. Also, we know that we've been searching on Naukri and we know that there are about 10 million plus people who are actively looking for a job and are not placed. And if we sort of increase this filter to include people that are placed at a package of less than 5 lakhs, then the Naukri portal hangs. We've tried it multiple times, so it's like a huge market size. The problem we're trying to solve. Also, this challenge is not only a challenge just for students, it's a challenge for colleges, where colleges have to constantly adapt to the ever-changing market requirements, and they have standard curriculum and standards to abide by. It's a problem for corporates who face time lags and delays in identifying people with the right skill sets. And it's also a problem for trainers who maybe are willing to share their extra knowledge as a side job or maybe as their primary job, but do not find enough avenues. Now, this is the problem that I just explained to you, and this is where Hoping Minds fits in. So we target low growth career and students that are not placed, and we sort of take them through our curated courses and holistic development programs to ensure that they get a high growth career. Now, we know there are a lot of edtech firms, so we went out to sort of identify what are the challenges to students joining an edtech firm and how we can overcome those. We started with focused discussions with select students, post which we created a targeted survey, and then we got responses from over 10,000 students, and this is what they had to say. So the largest challenge that students face is that courses have a rigid course structure, both in terms of duration, the course modules that they have to do. So this basically creates a low energy environment. The other challenges you can see on the board. We then went on to address all these challenges, starting with a fixed course structure. What we do is we assess each student's skill set to identify where they currently stand. So for example, if in a course the student is already on level X, then we will just design a course for him that takes it from X to Z, not a course that takes him from A to Z. So basically there is a lot of time saving. Also, it's sort of a usage-based model where his course duration and the amount that he has to pay us at the end of getting placed also change. Now, low engagement. One of the speakers before me had also mentioned that one of the key components of an educational institution is that it is a place where people actually meet. This is what we are trying to overcome in an edtech startup. For encountering the low engagement problem, we've gamified most of our courses and assignments so that students feel engaged. Plus, we've got flexible class timings where we have multiple classes in a day for the same course with different trainers. So think of it as similar to a cult fit model where you book your gym class, basis maybe the time slot that suits you best, or then a trainer that you feel the most engaged with. So we follow a similar model. Also, we have one-to-one query resolution sessions where you can book slots with our doubt experts and clarify your problems on a one-to-one video call. The next one is lack of social interaction. Again, coming back to the point where it's not a physical place, but it's very important to inculcate team spirit within students. What we do is we have a lot of group assignments, community forums where we encourage students to interact with each other and the teachers. And then we have competitions where we have competitions between teams and between different batches. So all of this creates a hostel-like environment, but everything is done virtually. Holistic development we've seen is covered across most of these startups. Lack of trust. Considering we are an online entity that students have very little knowledge about and we are a growing firm, how do we overcome the problem of online trust? We've done this through selecting top class industry trainers and mentors. So a lot of our trainers come from Microsoft, FAANG companies, and from a lot of India's largest unicorns. Some of these join us full-time, some of these work with us part-time. So basically, we sort of add their credibility, and the level of classes that they take is something that you should experience. We have immediate doubt resolution sessions where in our forum, if you post a doubt, we guarantee that it will be cleared within a specified time limit, which is typically less than 1 hour. And we have one-to-one career counseling sessions with dedicated career counselors, which help you identify what careers might be best for you. Now, this is done on the basis of your ambition and where your current skill sets are and what your goals are. It's not a one dish serves all sort of a path. We pay a lot of focus towards that. The final one is financial burden. Like a lot of the people before me have been saying, students typically have existing college loans or existing financial burdens. Maybe they're not able to afford top quality education. So we work on an income share model where we invest in the students, so they do not pay us any registration charge or any fees whatsoever till they get placed at a package of over 5 lakhs. Once they get placed at a package of over 5 lakhs, they pay us their fees in very easy interest-free installments. It's up to them, whatever duration they want to choose. If they do not get placed at a package of over 5 lakhs, maybe they get placed for less, they don't get placed, which we sort of guarantee won't happen. They do not pay us anything and they're out of the contract. Plus, we have additional stipends for top performers. This is just like an overview of our team. So I've already spoken a lot, but I'm also joined by my partner Bhushan, who comes with 17 years of work ex in this sector, and then Chirag, who's a master of operations and a serial entrepreneur. Another model we've been trying to pursue is through industry academia partnership, where basically colleges can benefit through relationship with us by engaging in an MOU. So we have tailor-made courses for them. We can also take courses from their campuses, or then have like bulk deals for colleges. If like anybody's interested, please let us know. That's it. Thank you so much for your time. I'm happy to take any questions if there are any. And I'm sorry, I've tried to keep it very crisp considering it's end of day. Do you have a question? Or?
Good evening. Good evening. I'm Dr. Rajiv Chechi. I'm Director Vidya College of Engineering, Meerut. My question is, there are so many such platforms available already in market. So how you are different from them?
So we've tried to keep our experience very customized to each individual. So a lot of the things that we do leverage data that we record of a student. So we have like over 50,000 data points recorded of each student. So we basically try to target our courses to focus on only those areas where he's weak or basis whatever his career ambitions are, the role that he's trying to get. This is one of our features. But other than this, like the other list that I took you through basically differentiates us. And then our financial model where we do not ask the student to pay is sort of a very new model to the Indian market. Like it's tested in the US, but that is what sort of differentiates us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a nice concept, but end of the day, I think businesses run and deliver not because they don't have a product, they have a good product, not because they don't have a market, they have a market, not because that it is not sellable, it is sellable, but then most of the organizations get choked because there's an anticipatory, imaginary projection and there is a reality of the cost. So therefore, that's where chokes the system and the startup shuts down. So as a startup, how are you thinking that, what is the sustainable model that you are having in terms of revenue generation? Because unless that is clear, then sustainability is a question.
Got it. Thanks for the question, sir. So we've sort of thought this through very well. So we've started small, like right now we have 160 students, and initially cash flow was a problem for us because we only get paid like once our first batch starts getting placed. So what we've done is we are sort of growing at a gradual pace, and to overcome one challenge, which is possibly that students do not end up paying or do not abide by contracts later, we've sort of got a tripartite contract where it's us, the student, and an NBFC. So all payments happen through that. So it's basically ensuring that we get paid and then working at a pace where we are able to manage cash flows. So those are the two critical aspects we focused on.
Thank you. Let's connect offline.
Thank you so much.
My name is Omveer Singh. I am from Ambe Skill Development. How this is beneficial to all other engineering courses other than computers?
Can you repeat your question, sir, please, once?
how this can be beneficial to all other engineering lines, systems, other than computer science?
Got it. So we do not like differentiate between any stream. So a lot of the students that we have right now come from arts background. The only difference happens is that if it's a computer science student, he will basically know some of the modules, which we will not cover with him again. So his course will be shorter and like duration will be shorter. He might have an edge over other candidates. But people coming from arts, we take them through our course starting from scratch. The only thing that we do is basically we assess students before we enroll them. So we have a two-step process of an admissions test and an interview because we want to ensure that the students that we are taking in are willing to learn and sort of have that aptitude because we are investing in them. We want to make sure that we invest in the right candidate so that they do not miss out an opportunity. But we are agnostic to all branches.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, myself Sanjeev Verma from Board of Environmental Sustainability Trust and Unity of Nations Action for Climate Change Council. So in fact, we are working in the field of sustainable development goals, its propagation, implementation, etc. So you mentioned that industry academia partnership, and so can you say something detail how customization or how your product can be very useful for industry? Yeah, something more about the industry academia part.
Yes. So it's basically a two-sided thing. We are in the center. We partner with academy on one side and then industry on the other side. So we've got partnerships with over 500 industry firms. Some partnerships are very well developed. So what happens is we get real-time requirements from them. So they might say that we need 50 people who know back-end development. So then we tailor our course according to what they need. So if it's like big IT organizations, they typically have their internal training programs. So if I join as an engineer, they typically take me through a 3 months program where they teach me certain aspects. So those aspects are already covered in our course. So we have that industry angle. All their assignments are related to real-time projects that they will do there. And plus we showcase those assignments to those industries. So they can be confident that, okay, I need this person to come and develop this. And he's already done something similar in the past, so he will be able to do this. So that's how we get the industry requirements in. Now, academia, if we partner with this, basically we are translating those industry requirements into skill sets for people coming from that academia. So this is how we are acting as a bridge in between.
Okay, good.
Now, again, this industry like partnership differs. So for some firms, we might not get real-time data, but for a lot of our firms and the placements like we are targeting so far, we've got all that data.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.